It's just
There's something wrong with society. Another media casualty. Well, here's a dose of reality. The small town mentality.
Welcome to Small Town Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Ben. Randy is not here, but my go-to co-host, AJ, is here. Comedian AJ Lamb.
Oh, shucks.
And we had a last-minute guest cancellation, so my wife is filling in. Heather is also here.
Saving the day.
And we're testing out our new microphones, and I'm hearing a buzz, huh?
I'm getting a little click, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyways, what's up with everybody?
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Busy. You know, and I mean, people say when like a white kid says living the dream, he actually means like his life is horrible.
Okay.
And he wants to kill himself, right?
That is true.
I don't think it's true.
That's what I tell everybody when they call me when I'm at work. Like, what are you doing? Living the dream. American dream.
do you want to kill yourself?
I'm just, I do actually sometimes. That's a whole other thing we got to figure out. Therapists and all that. But anyways, moving on.
That got real.
Yeah.
I it's one of those ones that you don't think that you're doing. Like whenever someone says like, good morning, how are you? You know, you're
like, good, how are you? And the general response.
Like that general response. And I'm losing it right now because I use it so much. It's just like, good, how are you? But it's not like that. And my coworkers now will like, I walk in and they're like, I'm like, good morning. And they're like, how are you? And before I even say it, they automatically go, and you too, man. Or how are you? And you too, or something like that. Tip their hat. I'm like, man, it's not fair.
Like, what's it called? Letterkenny vibes.
Yes.
Where he kept fighting with the one guy on
Yes.
how to say how are you? Or whatever. Good and you?
Good in you.
Good
Good in you. That's what I think. It's good in you.
McMurray.
So,
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of Letterkenny,
Me too.
but I'm terrible at watching shows.
Okay.
Like I'm like,
You're not a binger?
you know, like Game of Thrones totally caught me. I love it. And I watched like 3 seasons like intermittently, like throughout like 1 year or whatnot. And then I stopped. And of course you forget what you had watched. So you have to go back and watch that. And you get like 2 seasons in
And then you get bored.
and you forget about it. And then
Yeah, I
like a
get
year
that one
comes by and
sometimes.
then that's the same thing that's happened to me like for every show. If I can't like turn it like Family Guy or like South Park's easy for me because you can just hit play
Yeah.
and it doesn't
Background
matter.
noise?
Yeah, it's background noise to me in a sense.
And there's no like storyline that you have to start on a specific episode and follow along.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I was abducted by aliens, guys.
Okay.
Like
Ooh. I love aliens.
number one rule, I think I'm gonna stop watching
Oh,
like
she's a conspiracy theorist.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna stop watching like those alien shows or like space shows, like documentaries or anything
No, they're the best.
before going to sleep.
Okay.
Just before
Uh-huh.
going to sleep. It's like I don't like to watch horror films before I go to sleep,
Right.
you know?
Watch a
'Cause if
cartoon
you-
afterwards.
If
I
you
like to
fall
watch
asleep and you hear
horror
someone
films.
scream in a film or something, like like that vibe like hits your eardrums and then turns into your dreams, and then all of a sudden you're getting fingered by Freddy.
Okay.
Well, this dream or this happenstance had nothing to do with that in a sense. But I was watching a documentary, or I was starting to watch Cowboys versus Aliens. Harrison Ford, for some reason, caught my attention on it.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, I started watching it and I was like, oh, this is too good. I'm going to stay up and watch this. So I'm going to change this. But I already had like the alien kind of theme with me and everything like that. And then I turned around and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to watch a documentary about aliens, conspiracy theories or something like that. That sounds like a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
And I fall asleep. The TV's playing or whatnot. And I wake up about 2:00 in the morning and the TV's still going. So I turn around and turn it off. And I do like a side roll. And like as I do that side roll, I close my eyes. And I do the side roll. I come to, and it's 7:45. I've missed all my alarms. It was just a freaking blink. That was it.
I've
Like-
had that happen. Yeah.
And my ass was really sore. Like I'm pretty sure I was abducted by aliens and they just voided out my memory. That's why I had one of those like blink experiences when you sleep.
I wonder what the probes look like. I mean, some people got to be into that.
Have you seen those dildos that like have
Shoot out alien
the
eggs?
yeah, the
Yes, I
alien?
have.
I think that's kind of what the probes would be.
You've never seen that?
No. What?
I think
Yeah,
that's what it'd be.
They put like these alien eggs in these dildos and then they shoot them inside people.
Yeah, you can like pop the eggs out.
Mhm.
It's like fertilization into you.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I think you have to use your Kegels to like,
And then pop
Yeah.
it
How
back
do you
out.
get it out?
Yeah.
Like,
Kegel
is there
exercise.
infections if you can't do Kegels? Like, is that a thing? That sounds gross.
What are like marble eggs? Pretty nice eggs.
Yeah. Maybe
Like good size. They're
Very
not like
high
little.
class eggs.
I've never bought me one. Maybe I should go and check one out. Maybe on the box it says practice Kegels before use.
Make
Yeah.
sure you can Kegel.
Yeah, those are weird, but I have seen those videos. I mean, I like to watch stuff like that sometimes.
Why do you think aliens probed you though? Like, what do they want from you?
What? Oh, that's a fair. Like
no,
when people
no
like,
offense,
no,
but like,
that was a beautiful question. Like that, like I like that. Like instead of being like, oh, you got probed, what'd you experience or anything like that, you're like, what they want from you. Like that's
I didn't mean to
perfect.
be like dickish,
You
but
know,
like,
because clearly they'd like probe the president before me, or like maybe Neil deGrasse Tyson, or like
they're like, this guy's
Yeah.
interesting, sure, and then let's
Or-
see what's up his ass.
who's the normal people that do like say they got probed by aliens? They're like crazy,
Yeah.
like not trying to sound rude, but fucking rednecks. I
Yeah.
was too rude and I love it.
There you go.
You know, like
yeah.
like they're the out of like
They live in a cabin out in the middle of nowhere, and
they already put tinfoil on their heads and everything like that, tinfoil hats and stuff. So I don't think I'm that way. I hope I'm not that way.
You kind of are a crazy
I
redneck.
am that way.
Yeah.
I'm that way. So that's probably why I was probed.
Yeah.
Trying to be humble and be like, well, they like me. I don't know.
this guy watched our TV show, so we're gonna get him.
Well, I sleep naked, so maybe when I rolled over, they like were able to view my my ass cheeks, and they were like, "That's a damn nice ass, man. We're gonna probe that one tonight."
Maybe it's like a certain show that you watch, like The Ring. They just know you
Like
watched it.
7 days till you're probed.
Oh shit!
It's like the Ring, but alien version.
Yeah.
So you watch that certain movie, and they're just like, "Yep."
It's called The Probe.
Aliens are using Netflix to find the people that they need to probe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that Netflix is in on it too. Like,
They just take your viewing history.
yeah, and then Netflix like emails the aliens. This guy watched it.
This guy watched a shit ton of conspiracy documentaries, and he was
Shit.
looking up at alien dildos. So like he's susceptible.
Yeah.
He'll definitely take one for the team.
And
the
he'll
world
enjoy
team.
it and brag about it, and then
We all know Netflix sells that are information, but
Yeah.
aliens. 100%.
Aliens.
Yep.
Yeah. I was probed by aliens because of Netflix.
yes. Netflix
This is
sold
not
that
a
information.
sponsor.
Breaking news. You heard it here first, folks. Netflix is selling your information to aliens. We like to break stories. Speaking of breaking stories, cannabis legalized, huh?
Well, not
Decriminalized?
100%. So it
Just
went
federally.
through the House.
Okay.
So it still got to go through the Senate. The really cool thing is like, not to be like, I'm one of those political guys that's like, I don't give a fuck what side you say you are. You're like, quit wearing a jersey. But I guess the Democrats all voted for it, and the Republicans, like 5 or 6 of them did. So it really kind of like pushed that over. And if that's the same way up there, we could have federally decriminalized marijuana.
Yeah.
And it's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time.
I don't think I'll still be able to use it, but everybody else can enjoy.
Well, not everybody else. There's still a lot of work, like workers that can't do it.
I don't know if it's yours or not.
I
don't
don't
know
know
whose it is.
either. It's like
It sounds like a headphone issue more or less, but
I don't know.
I like technical difficulties. Makes you
Yes.
feel human.
I think it's me because it wasn't happening when I was sitting there, and then I moved over here, and it's just
So you're saying you want to sit next to me? Hi, girl. Hi.
no. I moved over here so I wouldn't sit next to you. I'm a married woman.
That's true.
You know, like, and that's the thing. It should be general. Tax the shit out of it.
That's what they're doing, yeah.
Yeah,
the
and give
plan
it to
is.
our schools and our roads and our other things, and then that's less tax we have to pay.
You know, and I've never been big on like, those like free needle places. Like I guess Oregon like legalized all drugs, but or
Yeah.
decriminalized them. It's like $100
Yeah.
fine if you got cocaine, But still, nonetheless, like I don't think all of them should be legal or anything like that. I'm not trying to go like
All out, yeah.
all out, but I truly think if you turned around and taxed the hell out of it, just like they did with cigarettes and alcohol and driving and the senile, that it just tax the hell out of it, and I think we'd be out of debt really quick.
What do you think would happen if we gave a bunch of old people coke?
Their hearts would explode,
Yeah,
and it'd be
maybe.
the best. That's a fair thing. Okay, so like
You're like the senile, and I was like, senile, coke, put those two together, see what happens.
I don't think it's noted enough, but like people are like, well, what's on your bucket list? Like when you get old and your time's to
True.
go, they want to do like climb mountains or like parachute or bungee jump or those kind of things. Maybe buy a super expensive car that they never got. I kind of just want to do copious amounts of drugs.
Do a bunch of
Yeah.
coke.
I mean, all the drugs I wasn't able to do because I had children.
Like,
But-
what's the worst that's going to happen? They got to arrest you?
Yeah.
I always said it when I got old enough to
Just move to Oregon when you're old. And then
Is Oregon going to be the new Florida because of drugs?
I really wish it was pretty there. Well, it is pretty, but it rains, so it's not warm. So
More slippage for the old people.
Yeah, I always said when I was old
Break
enough
it.
to, be at the edge of my life there, I would rob a bank. And either way, it's like, so I get, a bunch of money and can do whatever the fuck I want for the rest of my life. Or I just go sit in jail for a couple of years, whatever.
I want copious amount
Still
of,
got to take care of me and wipe my ass.
yeah, exactly. I want to have maybe rob a bank to get enough copious amounts of like weed and coke and like acid. I
Yep.
think that'd be like an 80-year-old guy with dentures being like losing your fucking mind off of some LSD and shit,
Yep.
and then a bunch of hookers.
The problem with robbing a bank now is like the most they have on them is like 15,000 now. It's not like you can go and get $1 million from a bank. They don't have it at the bank itself anymore.
so if you're old, sorry, this is random.
I am old. but
If
go on.
you're old and you have dementia, but at the time you're lucid,
Who are you?
so then you take acid or LSD, and then during your trip you become dementiatized, right?
Yeah.
you lose your mind.
Dementitized?
So is that losing your mind twice, and then you're like, what the fuck
Oh,
is going
fuck.
on? Like you'd be messed up. I
Huh.
think
Oh, Grandpa's out of his mind again. Well, he's always out of mind, but no, this time he's
really out of his mind.
What if you're senile
You'd have
and
an
then
out of body experience with
you,
that.
you lose your mind off of LSD and then you actually find out all the secrets to life, but you
Yeah.
can't tell anybody because you're nuts.
Well, no one would believe you because you're also nuts. Like,
Yeah.
and I've known people that were like saying some crazy shit because they were dealing with like dementia or Alzheimer's and things like that. Maybe they are right. Maybe aliens came and probed them already and then turned around and like told them the secrets of the universe and like the answers to
just like-
life. And they're like, now we're gonna fuck this guy.
so then no one believes him.
Do aliens drug people?
Well, I hope so.
Imagine their drugs though. Like,
I want alien crack.
Because people remember it, but not all of it. And if they're not being able, like if they can't move their body or whatever,
Yeah.
probably do drug them. They're the Cosby of space.
okay, so on
Yes.
that documentary that I was
Watching?
watching,
You
that I was
took it?
taking,
Just
I
give
was
me that.
taking a class in my living room on Netflix, and they said that everyone who has had like advanced technology has had advanced alien help or whatever. So they would just help us out with
Yeah.
our drugs and advance them.
Like they said in Rome, in the Roman times, Athens and all that stuff, they had like technology that we have today at a certain point. So maybe, I don't know, did that documentary get into that, all that?
Like the Egyptians and Mayans and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm only on like season 7 of 15, so it's
It's far more than I would ever gotten to.
What if,
they're
Uh,
saying God was an alien
Oh, absolutely.
and that like the alien theory goes really well with the Bible, and it's insane.
Hmm.
It's just like
Well, so like a deity. Like, I mean, you hear about deities throughout all of them. They like
oh, I love me
Yeah.
some DDs.
they come from the sky.
Sorry.
Some deities. Give me
Double
those. Let
D.
me give me those DDs. But you come in like you see aliens and they come down from the heavens and
Wi-
they have a
with
bunch of lights, and
lights,
they're
yeah.
angelic to people, or they're mystifying.
superior
They're
and yeah.
so absolutely
Just like the
with
whites.
magical powers, which could be just advanced technology or
you
stuff
know
like that.
if like Jesus or Muhammad or something came to this world like tomorrow and was like, yo, I'm the prophet. A lot of people would think he was like, especially if he came from like a chariot of fire or whatnot, they'd call it an unidentified flying object or
yeah.
an unidentified, person in that sense. So absolutely.
Well, they
Jesus
did-
is an alien.
So like they said they didn't know what lights were, so they described it as chariot of fire
Mhm.
because fire was their light source, which could just be electricity.
So we have
and-
a bunch of flying Cosby angels.
Flying Cosby angels. Yes.
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 Okay.
And they drugged everybody so that they forgot over time.
God sends his angels down to probe people. Okay.
But God's an alien, not like holy Bible alien. Like,
I like it.
you know what I mean?
Super foreign.
All right. Well,
I believe it 100%.
Yeah. I think all religions are aliens.
could be.
Well, I mean,
Even Joseph Smith himself.
you guys saw like I think it was like this was a long time ago, and
I
I'm
think
not
Joseph
100%
Smith
sure
is
if it's
just an
true.
entrepreneur. To be honest.
But they're like Scientology and the Mormon Church, or is it Church of Latter-day Saints now, or whatever they want to call themselves. They truly like if you read what they believe in or whatever, like have you ever seen that YouTube video of what they believe? Like each person has a planet and your soul will become that planet if you do good or whatnot, and you can
What
live in your own.
religion is this? I want to join.
The Mormon religion.
Nuh-uh.
Dead serious.
Yeah,
Like,
What
a
the-
really
I have
solid plan.
Like,
never heard of
I
this.
think you can YouTube it. Like
And my
YouTube
stepdad's very
what,
Mormon.
You
what
get your
Mormons
own,
believe in.
you get your own planet and you get to bring all of your wives.
Yeah, but they don't get their own planet.
Yeah,
Fucking
wouldn't
sexist.
I get my own planet?
Why didn't we become Mormon? Because they just re-legalized polygamy. Just saying.
I can't share a household with another woman. I'm sorry, I'd kill her.
Just be like Joseph Smith and build multiple houses.
I'm like Joseph Smith.
No, I said I will be. Have you ever been to that place? It's like his estate, and he had a bunch of houses, and I turned them all into stores, and you can just like go there and walk around and shop. We take
AJ was
pictures there
on
a
to
lot.
something. And
No,
you,
I really like
Oh, my
like
bad.
that. No, I did not know they have like
it's called Gardner Village.
okay, and like each house, like you walk in and it was like the house it was, but like, can you buy like wares from
Yeah,
that house? So
they're like shops.
I
Toy
got Joseph
stores.
Smith's bedding, or
No,
They're
his-
like
his.
home decor shop, candy shop, and stuff like that.
I got his 14th underage wife, like mess pan. I want these things.
okay.
I'm into antiquities. I'm a collector of sorts.
I mean, you can maybe ask somebody there if they have like, don't they have a museum there?
oh,
Probably
sir,
do.
We've
sir,
only
oh, sir,
on
sir,
the outside.
sir. Do you have some Joseph Smith magic underwear?
Well, last time we were there, we didn't go into the big silo thing. I think they got a bunch of stuff in there.
Like what? What? Honestly, what kind of stuff?
Antiques, bedpans.
Yeah.
Bedpan.
Or you just roll in and they have like a candy shop.
So each house is like a different store. So it's like Main
Quilts.
Street, kind of, you know,
Yeah, quilts over here, home decor,
They have a
candy,
toy
toys,
store.
different houses.
Yeah.
So they turned Joseph Smith's house into a fucking, or like houses to a fucking strip mall.
Yes.
Basically.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brutal. Like if
Yeah.
I ever create a religion and I die, like definitely please do not turn my houses into a strip mall.
They're like
Houses.
little boutiques.
I should have multiple ones, right?
It is legal in Utah again. But I always thought this was a funny thought. It's called polygamy when it's religious, polyamory when it's not.
Mm. Mm.
But they're the same concept.
Pretty much, yeah.
You just don't get married in polyamorous.
And polyamory
Right,
can go
yeah.
either sex.
Right.
So it could be two guys and a girl or two
So
girls and a
totally
guy.
different.
Yeah. I
Not the
guess,
same.
but I'm just saying it's multiple people in a relationship.
You know, and if you want to do that, that's I'm like you do you, boo. You do you. But like I have never once seen and this an attractive
Yeah.
polyamorous relationship.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're just not attracted to
I've never
me,
seen
but,
two pretty best friends.
but I've never seen like two fucking all-star studs, six-pack abs, like fucking chiseled chins, probably carrying like a full like 9 millimeters of fucking swinging concom. Like a lot of people are doing math right. Like how much is 9 millimeters?
I know
Let's pull
that's
out that ruler.
metric, dude. Like, what the fuck?
But like seriously, those guys, and then like a drop dead 10 Playboy girl, like
10 tens.
10 tens.
Why did you go 2 guys, 1 girl instead of 2 girls, 1 guy?
Even so, like
Don't get into
like,
his personal
I'm
life.
personal with it,
that-
but that's true. You've never seen like attractive couples. All the people that we have been together for a long time, and we've been asked to swing with several people,
It's true.
in which we've said no because it's weird. And the
Sure.
couple who ask us are always
Humbly declined.
gross. They are always so gross, and we're just like, nah, we're good.
yeah.
Like if you were attractive, we'd think about it or something. But
Would we?
okay.
I
I
okay.
mean, I always think about it.
That-
But
you
you said
that
you
sounds like a
have
fun
told me. You have told me. We've discussed this.
So like Gilbert Godfrey asked you guys
Any
to swing
attractive
with you
couples
guys,
out there?
You're gonna say
Sorry.
fuck no, right?
I don't know.
Well, you have to think about that when you're like Gilbert Godfrey.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
kind of
who
want to
is-
know how he moans.
Who is
I
that?
would like to know. You don't know who Gilbert Godfrey is?
I do. I'm just kidding.
Like him or like Bobcat Goldthwait. I want to know how those guys moan.
Yeah.
Like, do they like get really close to their like sniffing others' ears and be like, ah, ah?
If you're unfamiliar with these people, they're all funny voiced comedians from the 80s and 90s.
Best one. Gilbert Godfrey
I mean,
did.
Godfrey's
Didn't he
still
do like not Zazu? One of the Disney.
Zazu.
Was it Zazu?
he did
Yeah.
the parrot. Yeah, the parrot.
Yeah, the parrot.
Yeah.
Is that no for Jafar's parrot? Not that
Yeah.
Zazu's the Lion
Oh,
King
you're
one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he did Japan's parrot.
I can't remember his name. So
But yeah,
yeah.
I would like.
Maybe they
that's
don't
why I would
moan.
go into a polygamous marriage or like a
Just to
polyamorous
see how they
with
sound like.
Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah,
So you could
Jokes.
fuck 80s comedians.
just so I could fuck 80s comedians.
Okay.
I have him on TikTok and he's pretty old. Don't think
There's
he's
Dangerfield
doing anything.
and oh man, what's the other one? Fuck. Can't think of his name right now. But there's another one that does a funnier voice. Well, I'm glad I stopped the show for that.
Mm.
I did- and you know, I mean, there's several of them, but like Pauly Shore would be
Mhm.
a perfect one too.
I'd fuck Polly Shore.
Oh no.
What's up, Polly?
Dude,
You watching this?
he's getting on you doggy style, and he like reaches down, bends over, crushes your hair, and just gets ready for. He's like, get ready for the easy juice, wheezy kind of shit. Like, turn on or turn off,
Oh, you're squirrely.
squarely, like
Oh god.
just easy cheeses right into you,
Yeah.
and that's how you know you're in a
Easy
committed relationship at that point.
It's the leaning tower of cheese.
If you can go doggy style on your girl, and before you bust a nut right in her butt cheek or right in her fucking like baby canal, like, and you turn around and you just tell her like, "Here comes the easy cheese," like you either whisper it into her ear, like that's how you know you got to keep her.
I don't want to say. But I'm pretty sure he wouldn't, like, if he said that, he would stop himself from going.
Me?
Yeah.
So
it would just, like, also be a turn off for you.
that
Easy
would
cheese?
You don't think so?
I'd easy cheese the shit out of
But would you say it as
you. Yeah.
as you're about to? I
learned
told you
so
I didn't
much
want to
today.
talk about sex.
I'm so happy I'm learning so much today.
I was like, I don't want to talk about sex because every time we've been on the show, we talk about sex.
Every time we
And here we are.
that's the show. Most of the time it's sex or masturbation or sometimes interviews, I guess. But usually the interviews go into sex or masturbation.
They do. That's
Do
a good
they?
thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Most likely.
I should watch more,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I thought you were more serious with
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Don't watch.
I'm gonna binge every episode now.
But like I've never really seen one of those like relationships that are like super attractive, you know, or
Yeah.
and I completely I mean,
How come celebrities don't? They're not out like that,
Polyamorous.
oh, they're fucking secret about it. Of course they
Yeah.
are.
right? But
course they
why? I mean, it's 2020.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's,
They gotta keep that image.
I guess, but it's 2020. Like, isn't it more okay to be polyamorous then?
I think so.
I mean, it's
I
more.
think if you're ugly, it's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
but not okay if you're attractive.
You don't see it, you know, like Gwyneth Paltrow is not turning around and with multiple guys, or you know, two other people like swinging around in a sense. And if they do, they hide it because they're attractive.
I guess so. Maybe they think it'll hurt their image. Wasn't there a whole TV show on Showtime or HBO called Polyamory? I think there was a
Yeah,
like 6-season show.
there was an episode where they were like there was a guy and two guys
Were
and
they
a girl
hot?
and a couple, or
I'm sure for TV they were hot.
3 guys, I believe. It was 3. There was a lot of dudes and 1 girl. And
Okay. Turning me on now.
she
Got
was pregnant, not with any of their kids, by the way. Just yeah, that it was a fucked up episode. And like the whole time she's like, well, this is my main partner, and
Gotta have the bottom bitch.
You can have a favorite
yeah, it's a
in
bottom
these
bitch.
relationships.
then you have like, and then she like pointed out and like rated the other 2. Like, how would you fucking feel if you were like
I'd be offended.
like
You were,
yeah, this
you'd be
is-
my favorite.
this is Jane, I'm her third. I'm her third. You're her third. What? I'm just her ranked third in our polyamory.
Like I'm
Relationship.
a 2-star and he's a 5-star.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, they get a star system like chores.
Like they have an app, like an Uber rates.
You get an extra
kind of
star
thing.
today.
Rate your polyamorous relationship.
Yep.
He was good,
There's an app for everything.
but he moaned in my ear, give me that easy cheese."
Yep.
2
The-
stars.
The leaning
2
cat with
stars.
cheese.
Would not recommend.
Was that Pauly Shore
I'm pretty sure, like
that did the cartoon? The Goofy
I think
movie?
he did Goofy movie. I'm pretty sure Pauly Shore was in the Goofy movie.
You guys are way older than me.
Yeah.
Like I was around, but I wasn't like, I'm gonna remember this. You know?
Then
I robbed the creek.
go around and watch the Goofy
Watch
movie.
it again.
Speaking of which, Space Jam's coming out with a new one. 2021 Space
Oh.
Jam.
Hmm.
The
Jordan-
legacy continues,
With
or
Michael
a
Jordan?
new
I
no,
think so.
a new
No?
legacy. I don't know if he's going to be in there. He might
They
be.
probably
I mean,
cameo.
they
cameo
cameo to
cameo.
everyone else, but
Yeah.
it's I believe it's LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to take that one, but it is Looney Tunes Space Jam.
Hopefully they don't ruin it. You know? Because like 90s movies were a lot less political.
True. They
A
always.
lot less
they do throw a lot of shit in.
PC. And now they're gonna just like ruin our childhood with this new shit.
Shit, they've been ruining our childhood since forever. I got quarantined a few weeks ago, and
Stay back.
no, I was totally fine.
I'm just kidding.
I was totally fine.
You were just contaminated.
Yeah,
Just gonna hang out over here.
sounds great. I don't want to smell you anyways.
He does stink.
I do sometimes.
But fuck, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
You were quarantined, ruining childhood.
So we were watching a lot of Disney Plus,
yeah.
I
and like
see.
every single new Disney movie comes out saying, like, or like the old movies, like you turn around and watch like the original Robin Hood,
Whew.
or like Cinderella or whatever. They have that like right in the beginning before you get to watch Disney. Go, bing, dong.
Yeah.
They have like a warning for you. Hey, we realize that like these were made in
I've
terrible
seen that.
times, and we're super sorry, but we're gonna show it in the same like
Have you-
theory and just let you know
A
that
lot of
we're
old school
shitty
movies,
people.
like people are still screaming fag a lot and stuff.
All Dogs Go to Heaven. There's a lot of child molestation stuff going on there. And there's like smoking, betting, a lot of like, I'm going to kidnap this little girl and stuff. It is kind of creepy watching as an adult. But as a kid, you don't realize all that.
Right.
But then you watch it as an adult and you're like, that's a fucked up show for kids. That is a fucked up show.
So SpongeBob,
Oh, yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
or like, oh, there's like, I think that's the best thing about watching cartoons is that you can as an adult watch it and be like, okay, I can watch this with my kids because this is hilarious to me.
Right. There's a lot of adult content
Mhm.
in the cartoons that kids don't catch, but you do, and it's funny.
Yes.
Like Shrek has a lot of adult
Oh.
stuff.
That's true.
And that's why we
Lots.
love
They
it.
put
Yeah.
that in there for the adults.
Yeah, so that we can tolerate going to the movies with our children.
They still do that sometimes.
That's another
It's-
one I'd be acceptable about. Like
It's not as bad though.
about to bust a nut, right in again, doggy style, and you just yell out donkey.
Donkey.
Slaying dragons.
Well, if that happens, you need to turn around and look him dead in the eyes and go, get out my swamp.
I'd be like, excuse me, who the fuck are you calling a donkey?
Yeah.
He must do it doggy style a lot because
Not a lot, but it's
Most of your scenarios are doggy
or
style.
doggy style.
that's
But it is a doggy, so yeah.
It is a dog eat dog world out there.
yeah. I mean, if you're doing this in missionary position and yelling out easy cheese, like
gotta
come
make eye
on,
contact.
Straight eye to eye.
easy cheese, just like they're gonna laugh, man. And then you're throwing off your stroke, and she's trying to push you off, and it's weird after that. So do it doggy style. That way you get to run away before she can turn around. That's
Okay.
why. That's why I use that reference.
I see.
Plus, doggy style is fucking fun. Not my
all
favorite,
right.
but
Excuse me.
It's all right. Why are you looking at me like
I'm
that?
just looking.
We do them all. So calm down.
them all. Like, do you have a Kama Sutra ready for it? Like,
Yes.
the encyclopedia of fucking. Which one were you doing today? I don't know. Spin the wheel, dear.
We did that once. There was an app,
Yeah.
and then
Oh.
you just like scroll till you get one.
No, that wouldn't work for me because like it would
That
be
one.
like it'd be like 7 times in a row where there's like one or like weird positions that like my dick just ain't gonna stretch enough for it. Like I'm just gonna be
There
I'm
was
gonna be pounding thigh or something. And it's
there
just
was
not
a
gonna work.
couple where you're like, yeah, this works in a drawing
Yeah.
with skinny people, but I am a bigger person, a person of size. POS. That was whose joke was that? I died. We went to Wise Guys.
Was it Alex Valuto?
I don't remember.
Was it Alex Little?
Valeto?
Anyways, I died, and I use it all the time now. I am a POS, not a piece of shit. Person of size. Anyways, but there's some that are made for skinny people, and they are just not doable for bigger people.
You gotta be stretchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bendy.
I don't think stretchy's the quite word that I was looking for.
I know
but-
stretchy is. You don't want anything to stretch.
Bendy like Beckham.
Oh baby, you're so stretchy.
Like the way you stretch.
Thank
Yo
you.
diggity.
I literally listened to that song like not like 45 minutes ago. Like I was cruising down here and Yo Diggity popped in. I like the way you work it.
Yo diggity.
Go back.
Bag you up.
You guys
I'm gonna
missed
go
the bars.
dancing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys missed the bars.
Yes.
Well, like I
Have you
do
been?
I do
since-
music bingo.
I think he's
Yeah.
And so like last night I did one called a remix and like I put like I've been watching a lot of those TikToks and it's like if you know these songs don't react or like
Mhm.
put your fingers down if you know all these songs. So like I literally went through all those ones and found these songs that just like hit really hard. And like Yo Diggity was on there. Shaggy.
Mhm.
Yes.
Shaggy wasn't me. Like those I don't know why, but those hit people that are now allowed to be in bars.
Yeah. How's comedy been? You guys been doing anything?
I know that a lot of the guys that we did our tour with have been doing things, but I
local?
unfortunately have not been able to do anything really local. I went down to a comedy show in West Jordan, I believe was where it was, and was able to connect with like people in Portland and Las Vegas, and we got everything set up for them to come, and either one of them would like contract this shenaniganry or like would turn around and be locked down again.
Hmm.
And so it's difficult in a sense. So
I know they're locking everything down. People are probably gonna be upset we're not wearing masks right now.
probably.
We're married. We're 6 feet apart. You two, on the other hand.
We're also married.
Right.
Oh, all right. See?
Yeah, I've
All right.
tasted his asshole before. So
Yeah.
True.
So, we're good. I mean, the only cross contamination is me and him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I had
I
just
already had it. I'm good.
bringing it up because I didn't know what was going on after the Hornet's Nest shut down.
You know, we had not been doing comedy up at that place for a little bit. Basically, it was just when you do an open mic, and like I've been able to go down to like the Funk and Dive Bar. They do an open mic there every Tuesday, I believe, at 7:30 or
Where
something
is
like that.
that?
Ogden, Utah. It is a
Oh.
blast. Like you go upstairs and it's called the Harpin Lounge, or but it's like kind of like a high class, nice little restaurant stuff. And then you go downstairs and it's dark. They have like ping pong or not ping pong, pinball and like pool, and they usually play live music or have the stand-up comedy or do random things.
That sounds fun.
And they have like a really cool, like amazing menus, and it's just like a funky place to hang out.
It's like a funky dive.
Yeah,
place.
exactly.
Except
the
for
Funk
with
and Dive.
Utah beer.
It's true.
Yeah, but it's an absolute blast, and like we do, or they do a lot of open mics down there. And when I got an opportunity to go down and be able to perform for one, it's a little different. There was some people there that came to watch the show in a sense, but an open mic, a lot of times you go in and
People are just drinking and being obnoxious.
no, they're all there to do the open mic. And so you might
Oh.
have 15 people there, but all 15 people are comedians. And while they like may, some of them are gonna bomb, some of them are gonna bomb. And that's the beauty of an open mic. And some of them might do amazing, and some might do amazing and better than you or whatever it is. And you might go up and have a great night or a mediocre night or whatever, but nobody fucking cares because they're too worried about themselves and what they're bringing to the table at that point.
So do you get any like feedback from the audience at all? Like, can you tell
Like
if you bomb
we'll-
or not?
We'll turn around and at the end of the night, like there might be like 4 or 5 of us that are really good friends or whatnot. We'll sit down and be like, man, I really like that, but maybe you tweak it like this.
I see.
And that's the beauty of just doing a group comedy shows. Cause I've been able to go in and like right before the sets or right after the sets, I go, hey man, how'd you feel about that? Or, what'd you think about my set? And like, what'd you take from it, or goods and bads? And that actually helps you prepare and propel your comedy to a whole new level. So I think those feedbacks are super important.
Isn't like Rite of Passage is making comedians laugh? Just comedians?
Yes and no.
Is it hard to make a comedian laugh?
Imagine not wearing a mask. I'm sorry, man. I have one if you really want.
Did you call it?
But-
Is that a male? Sir?
Yes and no. It's not.
Did you assume his gender?
Yes and no, it is a ma'am, sir.
If you're gonna call yourself multi-dog 420, I'm pretty sure you're a dude. And if you're not a dude, I'm still gonna call you dude because I call everyone dude.
But you called it ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yep.
ma'am,
Did you say ma'am or man?
Is dude-
man,
Is,
Man.
man.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
is dude now sexist?
No,
Okay.
Dude's never been sexy.
dude is polyamorous.
Because that song, I'm a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes.
True.
it's polyamorous.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone can do it.
Yeah. Anyone can be a dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
But making comedians laugh, like a lot of times, like you can be just stupid or say something stupid that they might not hear and it catches them off guard and they giggle. But I mean, fucking comedians are humans too, man. They enjoy
Are they?
comedy, so it's not like they're gonna
Nah,
walk.
they're aliens. I
They
know
are.
it.
They are.
You are.
I am
You
No.
ever been probed by a comedian?
twice.
Whoa.
A lot of beer, and he did have a guitar. It was a great time.
Ah,
serenaded.
Stephen Wright.
Yeah, he serenaded me.
Oh, I went the opposite. You said serenade. I was thinking comedy with a guitar.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he used his
Okay.
guitar for, and he also used it too.
Isn't that pokey? Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Not if you turn it around and use the back end. Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
True.
Yeah. That trend where it's like, hold up something and nod. And then it's like, anything could be a dildo if you're brave enough. And they're like, these big objects. I keep hitting this. It's in my hand.
It's also a
Talking
big
range.
object.
Anything can be a dildo.
It's pretty flaccid.
Yeah.
Phallic. That's the word I was looking for. not
This could
flaccid.
work. I mean,
Yeah, probably.
it's small enough.
Which
Hmm.
side are you going to go in with first?
This is dry. So it would need some lube.
Honey spitting. Oh, speaking of which,
Go to spunklube.com. Use promo code STMPod at checkout. Save yourself 10% on your order.
She's doing it for you, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lube up your bikes before you insert them into yourself.
I got a testimonial for Spunk Lube. I was doing doggy style one day and then turned around and works great.
Okay, so you're doing doggy style and then turned around and she started doing doggy style on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where the Spunk Lube came in. It was spunky fresh. Spunky
Mhm.
smooth.
Would you ever
No.
Okay.
That's a negative ghost writer. Is that how most of the conversations go?
Yeah.
Would you ever? No. I was going to say drive a Ferrari. No.
I was gonna say peg me, but let's move on.
Wait, really?
No.
Yes.
Because dream come true. I am down.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you'd ever peg somebody. I wasn't gonna specifically say
Somebody?
me,
I mean, like who?
but would you
We're
peg a
married.
woman? Is that what it's called? Pegging?
I don't see the point.
No, I think
Is
it's
it only
just-
pegging for dudes?
Yeah.
No,
No,
that's
I don't think
just-
it's pegging. I think pegging specifically for dudes.
Okay.
Mm.
What's it called? Just strap on, I think. That's what I look up anyways.
Been hoping and dreaming and thinking about you.
All right. Well, I know it. My wife wants to peg me, so
It's a win-win.
Why do you
See
think
what
I always try to
happens.
sneak a finger around there? I'm
See what
just trying
happens
to
later on
up your
tonight.
size later, so that later I have one ready.
The sheer shock factor if they put a pinky or like the thumb or an index finger in your butt just before you about to nut, man, is so arousing that like you might not go back from that. Like
Like that's the top.
like if it could very well be like she fucking takes her like freshly pedicured stylish nail and just like hit your prostate, man. You're not gonna be able to masturbate the same.
No.
unless you use your own finger.
Exactly. No,
Right,
and
like-
it's not going to be the same. And you're going to be like going one way and bent in the other way and just like trying to get it in there. One of like your family members is going to show up at your house, knock on your door, and you're going to be like jeans down, finger in the ass, one stroking, just like with that like almost about to come squinty eye
that
like
song.
face. And you're going to fuck grandma up, man.
I can't stop coming. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Come all over her.
We've all been
Like
there.
grandma's boy.
Yes, we have.
Anyways,
Wait a minute. I'm not a dude. What?
I don't know where to go from here.
So I'm
So pegging later is we're penciling that in? All right. Okay.
One time I had a shit so bad that I came in my pants.
dude, I fucking
Moving
shit
on.
myself this morning.
Yeah,
Whoa. Those
Yeah.
are two different
Yeah.
things.
I shit myself. Well, no, I pissed myself last week. But
Fuck,
go
dude,
on.
right?
You guys have to
I don't-
control your
Well,
shit.
no, I thought I did. I was like turning around and like enjoying like my actual sleep, and I woke up, and you know those morning farts. You
You're
just
like,
wake
what
up
smells
for it?
so good?
Well, I've been drinking a lot all night the night before, and I turn around and like wake up, and I'm like stretching, and I go to take one just like quick, hey, but pre shit fart, you know, like you've been sleeping all night. It's time to let that one out.
Whiskey
and-
shits.
Like, oh man,
They're
like
real.
it was-
they
it
are
was-
real.
it was one of those scared ones, you know, those like hungover or like alcohol induced drippy shits.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
AIDS?
like half awake, and like went to squeeze that one out. I was like, oh no, that's not a shit, or that's not a fart. And I like immediately beeline, make sure I extra bidet it. And
You have a bidet,
who doesn't?
not us.
It is fucking 2020, and we just went through two toilet paper scarcities.
I didn't even think of that.
I did, yeah.
We never ran out of toilet paper, but
Yeah,
just-
neither did I.
But I mean, I wouldn't have thought of that getting a bidet.
Oh,
we
they're-
had.
Yeah, they
like what
make
do
'em-
we? We'll just use paper towels or dryer sheets.
Oh
I don't
fuck
know.
no, fuck no.
Bidets have been on fire lately.
Coffee filters.
Bidets.
Poor hack.
So to be honest, and I tell a story a lot. I feel like I've told it on here before even. Weird Christmas was my theme for 2018's Christmas. And I was tired of giving everyone like, you know, thoughtful, thought-provoking, like really cared for gifts and then being like, I don't like the color, or you should have got me this. I wanted
Yeah.
this kind of thing. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna get weird Christmas. It's gonna be weird. So I gave all my like nephews and nieces like edible bugs and like things like unicorn poop, which was cotton candy basically, but like literally edible bugs, like dried salted bugs, crickets and millipedes or whatever, or millers or whatever they're called. And my entire family, I turned around and bought them all bidets. And it was like, they were great bidets. They're like 25, maybe $30 a pop. Like it was a fucking win. It was a win. And every single one of them looked at me like, what the hell is this? Oh, AJ, like what? Why? Why? And none of them installed them. Not a single one of them installed them.
I
For like
would have.
2
I would have been
years.
grateful.
Not a single one. 2 years go by. And then all of a sudden, everyone can't get toilet paper. And my dad comes up to me. He's like, yeah, so how do we really use this thing? I'm like, well, just like life, go in gentle. Don't turn it up to 10 because you'll regret it. You'll become a human water fountain. And he set it up and he came back. He's like, well, I'm still using toilet paper. I'm like, why? Use a washcloth. Use a dry. Go get.
You just dry off after that, right?
Yeah, you squirt it up your butt, or not up your butt, but like around your cornhole and your cheeks, and then you turn around. I take those mechanic rags, turn around, wash a whole bag of those things, and then take the dye off and wipe. Problem solved. It's a beautiful thing, and that's exactly what he did. And he came back to me and he's like, "Thank you, AJ. Thank you so much. I have learned the errors of my way, and you're the greatest son ever with the greatest presence in the world. And I don't know ever how to thank you, but I will one day." That's not what happened, but that's what happened and
like,
played in my head.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
No, he uses it every day now.
Hey, the days for Christmas next year for everybody.
Well, and
like
that's-
done.
Like literally, I went and paid $25 for these things, and they were $25-$30 best investment ever. Well, when the crisis hit, the same bidets are now like $200-$300
Yeah.
a pop.
Shit.
It's
So
really expensive. Yeah.
it's time to change up.
Well, maybe by next year, this will all be on the downhill slide.
Bidets for your butthole, ballsy for your balls. This Christmas, clean yourself downstairs. Go to ballwash.com. Use promo code STMPod at checkout. Save yourself 15% on your order. They have ball wash, nuts, butts, and body wash, nut rub cologne, and sack spray that neutralizes odor. They also have good head shampoo and all kinds of stuff for Christmas this year. Ballwash.com. Promo code STMPod.
.com. Promo code STMPod.
If the laptop wasn't so far away, I could put up the ad. Whatever.
It's like right there.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yes.
Anyways, now that you're all clean downstairs,
Yeah, get yourself a bidet. They're beautiful things. And it's been I've been able to avoid places like Walmart because I don't have to go get toilet paper. I can shop online and all those things, because like I used to hate going to Walmart.
I still do.
Just in general, but like now everyone is so uptight and angst in there.
I worked there
Besides
for
the
years.
employees, and besides the employees, they don't give a fuck
They
anymore.
don't care.
And I'm not trying to downplay them. Like I don't blame them. They don't give a fuck, and rightly so.
Right.
But you remember the days of taking like the trikes or the bicycles and like combing through like the toy section, or like going through aisles, riding those things, and like every time like some employee would come in and either stop you, yell at you, kick you out. You know. Could you imagine like riding in the carts again, pushing like as we did as like teenagers, pushing each other in like the carts, hauling ass, maybe crashing into each other, but going around like the toilet paper section, and some fucking Karen comes out of the brawny paper towels aisle, like just blows through the brawny paper towels and like takes you out and beats your ass and then calls the cops on you.
Yeah.
That happens to everybody.
And while you're crying there in a pool of your own blood, spit, and probably semen, an employee just walks and like, fuck it, I don't get paid enough to clean that bullshit.
They just throw
Exactly.
out one of those little orange things, those like pop out,
Pop out cones.
Yeah, pop out cones. They
Wet
just-
floor.
That's what happens at Walmart every time, and they don't clean it up. They just throw one of those cones out.
I dropped a jar of salsa and I was like, hey, I dropped some salsa. My kid threw it out of the cart. And they're like, okay. And then that was it.
Not
like
even
no
a
one
cone,
cleaned
huh?
it up. I was in Walmart for another hour after that. It was still in the middle of the floor, glass also. I was like,
You know what?
they don't care.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know, I don't want to like downplay just Walmart. I'm not trying to
Fuck
attack
you,
them.
Walmart.
Evanston
Big
Walmart.
business.
I'm just kidding.
Big business. Suck balls.
Fuck big Walmart.
Some of those.
But honestly, like wherever you go, like literally the employees don't care anymore. They don't get paid enough for it. So Karens are
Right.
stepping up and taking control of places like Walmart. And that terrifies me.
But yeah, like Walmart retail employees.
There you go.
Let's say retail
Ooh,
employees
I like
instead
that.
of
That's
like
smart.
Walmart
That's a smart word.
retail. Yeah.
She's all inclusive.
They don't care anymore because they've worked through this whole crisis because they're essential or whatever, and they've had enough of it. Everyone got paid leave while they had to continue working. So I understand that.
Same.
But when they do the rules or like be the manager, unlike a Karen, they would do it with customer satisfactory versus Karens don't have rules or a manager or HR to look out at. So they're just like angry and mean about it instead of
Was that meme? Is that a collection of Karens is called the Homeowners Association or something?
An HOA?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Oh.
is worrisome that they have no one like telling them you're fired after that. They don't have anyone to boss them.
I know too many fucked up people. That kind of the HOA kind of popped up into my head. There's this water company, like they call themselves, I think, like Life Water or whatnot. Not the bottled water, but like
I think I've
it's
seen
it's
those.
like a water filtration.
Yeah. I've
and-
seen the trucks and vans.
Their whole idea is to turn around and they ask you for a water sample from your house, and then turn around. I don't think they really care about the water sample. They just try to sell you their filtration system.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, you know, circle of water.b.com or whatever will sell you. And
That's a real website.
a good buddy of mine got one of the vials on the door with the paperwork. Please fill this out and leave a sample of water out here for us, and we'll let you know what your water levels are, like how toxic your water is, or is it safe to drink or whatnot. Well, he's telling me about this, and the first thing that comes to his mind is, dude, I'm gonna pee in it. Dude, I'm gonna pee in it. And I was like, man, you could make like, why don't you like bust a nut, you know, like shoot a snot rocket, do something like that. Like how many times does this poor bastard who has to like collect all these samples walk through and be like, oh, this one's warm.
This one's pee.
Oh, god damn it, this is the 14th house today.
This one's creamy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't, if they came out creamy, you'd be like, oh fuck, these pipes are wet, you know, like someone's gonna have a baby
I
tonight.
You go get some Taco Bell and then sit down on it.
Yeah, exactly. Make it watery low, like, you know, like one of those early morning I almost shit my fucking bed kind of samples. That would be the perfect sample. So he's trying to pee in this thing, and it's like 2 milliliters. It's a small little vial. Like this thing is like tiny, you know, and like clearly it doesn't even have enough girth for it to, you know, give you any pleasure or anything through it. So he's trying to pee, and I was like, dude, just pee in a bottle and like squirt it out if you really want to do this. He's like, man, I don't want to go all out for it. I'm like, you're fucking peeing in a bottle just to piss off a company, man. You're going places.
You could just test your water.
He's
They sell the kits online.
right.
Like,
He's filling this out, and he's worried that it's like the city asking for this, you know, like he doesn't want like his HOA calling him up being like, the city found that your pipes were really rusty, had a lot of like salt concentrate into it.
we're gonna have to tear down your house.
We're gonna have to tear down your house. Figure this one out. Can't be at our HOA. We got angry Karens all around you. And then he's filling in. He's like, "Cool, dude. It's just a private company. I don't give a fuck." I'm like, "You are kind of sending bodily fluids probably through the mail or something like that. Probably illegal. I don't know." And he's checking it off. He's like, I rent or own this place. And he's like, well, it's my fucking body. I own it.
Oh shit.
Goes through and like every single question he was going through, like, what's your address? I don't know. You found me kind of thing. And just like,
Kiss the body.
he sets his full vial of yellow gold out on the door, hung on his doorknob, which is all like you literally had a piss ornament for like 24 hours before someone come picked it up. Of course, it's winter time, it's cold, so it froze. And he wakes up in the morning to go to his work or job or whatever, and he turns around and he sees this like frozen yellow icicle basically hanging out there. And he comes back from work the next day and it's gone, and he just loses his mind. Like he's like he thought he was the funniest fucking guy in the world. Funny. So he calls me up and lets me know exactly how it went or whatnot. And I truly believe that they don't even check the samples. They don't even give a fuck. They're just gonna get your information and send it out, because he had a return the very next day. Like they clearly test it and they're like, sir, you need to go to the hospital. This is cancerous.
No shit.
Yeah. They tested him, and I don't think it was cancer. I bet they were fucking with him just as hard.
Right.
You know,
like they
like,
found out it was urine and they're
You
like,
pee
let's
on me,
tell
I
him.
piss on you, motherfucker.
Let's tell him it's cancer.
Sir, you have AIDS.
Sir, you have AIDS. How do you know? Because you sent us piss, you fucking dick.
I mean, their testing facilities cannot determine. They can say, "Oh yeah, that's urine," but they're not going to find anything wrong with it. They're not humanly tested facilities,
Not a
right?
hospital.
So they
Sir,
were
there's a lot
definitely
of-
fucking with him, right?
There's a lot of drugs in your system, sir.
Who sent this to the authorities?
There should be bacon on your
Your
door any
pipes have
minute.
cocaine. What the fuck? My body, my choice.
I live in Oregon.
My pipes are from Oregon. So.
Clearly.
Do you have any fun HOA stories?
Is he okay though? Like he doesn't have cancer.
I
need to
don't,
know.
I don't know. I stopped
You
talking
know-
to him. You know what? He stopped calling me a while ago.
I figured it was the winter, He was just down on his luck or something.
I haven't heard from him for a while.
But I honestly think they were fucking with him. Like, you have cancer, now buy her water.
Because it's like the next day. There's no way testing's that fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes and no. Yes
True.
and no.
You can get home tests.
if
for
you-
drugs.
That's true.
If
yeah.
you want to sell someone something, you bet your sweet ass you're going to get that result as quickly as possible,
Whether it's true or not.
whether it's true or not.
So speaking of tests, I'm on a bunch of like entrepreneur type groups, side hustle type deals. And somebody posted in a group that he got a bunch of COVID kits and he's starting to sell them to businesses so they can just COVID test their employees from there and turn it into a side hustle. And I
Okay.
don't know if that's legal or not. Can you just buy and sell COVID tests?
Ouch.
I would say yes, because isn't that what they're already doing?
I guess, but you'd think with like legal, I don't know, it's like hospitals and stuff,
Colleges do it. I know you have to go to the college. I mean, but they send him to hospitals. So.
Your door opened and I was really
Oh,
creeped out.
Dude, like I felt a cold rush come through, and I was like, "Am I feeling that ghost or something?" Oh no, I'm getting anal probed again.
well, this light turned off and
Yeah,
then
somebody
somebody
walked
walked by
by.
and then the door opened and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I wonder if we pissed them off because they're still in here. I haven't played the drums for a second.
What?
Hmm?
We pissed them off?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Anyways, yeah, I thought that was an interesting side hustle. COVID tests
COVID testing.
to businesses. What side hustle would you do?
Which side hustle don't I do actually?
What's true, I guess. But
So-
you're not a millionaire yet. So
No.
which one is going to make you money?
It's and a lot of times, like, because I mean, I sell cars. I do.
Selling cars like candy bars.
Yeah. That's gonna be my new line. I'm selling cars like candy bars, motherfucker. But like, I think my DJ work. I mean, it's none of what I do. Even like the selling cars, like people are like, dude, you must make a bunch of money. I'm like, yeah. I mean, in a sense, yeah. If I work hard, if I, run 24/7 or whatnot like that, that's fine, and I'm absolutely happy with that. But it's never really been about the money. Like, it's about the connection, about enjoying what I do and making the best of it. So whether it's like any one of my side hustles, whether it's like building gutters or doing comedy or doing theater or doing DJ work or marrying someone, like I don't even give a fuck if I get paid for a lot of those things. It's the enjoyment out of it. So
Weren't we talking about having him marry us again for our for the 10-year
Oh, like yeah.
Totally so.
officiating?
I was very confused when you said marrying us, but or like
Yeah,
marrying
polyamorous.
because you're a. Yep, I get it now.
I'm an ordained minister.
Sure.
That's beautiful.
We're doing a 10-year
You
vow
could
renewal.
become DJ for us and officiate.
You know, and I've had the really cool opportunity to be because I'm ordained in the Church of Latter-day Dudism.
Okay.
Church of Latter-day, the dude abides, man.
And then we could all get too drunk, and then you could just kind of put it on autoplay.
Yeah,
You
that's
weren't drinking
Because you're also
anymore.
so you'd officiate, DJ, and guest.
But we don't really need an ordained person to officiate because we're already
true.
married and we're just renewing our vows.
yeah, but
like,
it'd be really cool if I was dressed in like a robe, drinking like White Russians and marrying you.
you have a robe, like a
Yeah,
Silk.
like the Big Lebowski style robe.
It does say dudism.
Yeah, totally ordained. And I was wondering
yeah,
actually,
lose that for him.
I was wondering because I'm an ordained minister, I might be able to get a tax write-off. I don't
Yeah,
want to
maybe.
use it, but I think that would be interesting.
You can try it out.
You are part of my flock now, so give me tax benefits.
Do you have to renew that? Like, does it ever expire?
I'm not 100% sure.
You're just
No.
ordained for life if
More-
you're
I mean,
ordained.
do like does the Pope have to turn around every like 4 years and get a renew his Pope license?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Don't know.
I don't think the Pope has to do
Who
that.
did you marry?
I gotta marry one of the guys that's been on the show, Kyle Evans,
Okay.
and
yeah.
his
He
wife.
got married?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
What
the
His wife
fuck?
has been on the show.
Where have I been?
And
Not watching.
I gotta
the
marry
show.
them. I was like, I mean, we made booze preemptively or whatnot, but like I felt like I was like the bartender, the DJ, the
You can.
ordained
do it all.
minister. Like I try to do it all, different positions, you know.
There should just be like 5 of you at the wedding.
I'm the Karma Sutra of events.
I think for the 100th episode, he came in with his wife.
Yeah.
Nice.
And and she's phenomenal. She's the coolest lady in the world. And well, yeah, okay, maybe I don't
In
know.
the world.
I don't know. There's a lot of cool people, but
Right?
that's
That's a big statement.
it's a huge statement. That's a POS statement.
Yep.
I like it. Then I got the first marriage that when I actually made sure I had the ordination card so I can actually do it was my good friend Preston Bush.
Mm.
I know
Yep.
him.
And
Yeah.
then
He's been on the show also.
I've actually just like through talking to people doing like DJ gigs or whatnot. One of them was the day of their wedding. Unfortunately, the presider, the officiant, had a family emergency, wasn't able to do it. So I was like, well, I'm not trying to like make your guys' day ruin, but I'm also here to save your day. I'm an ordained minister, so just went, talked to him for a little bit, got it all set up, and away
That's
we went.
scary.
Away
I
we
would
went.
freak, but yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky you were there, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
So I was able to do that, and then I met a couple people during. I believe I'm not 100% sure if it was that wedding or one of the weddings that I was DJing, but I mean, drinks and that kind of blend together. But they turned around and thought it was hilarious that I was a Dudist priest and loved the Big Lebowski. So I got to marry them in a robe with White Russian in hand. It was really cool.
that would be fun. You
Shout
like
out to-
white Russians?
I do. Shout out to Drowned Out. They made our Dano over there made our intro for this show. He just said, "What's up?"
I was gonna like, that was my first thing I wanted to comment today was like, wow, I really like your intro.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
That was Dano from Drowned Out.
Thanks, Dano from Drown Out.
Anyways, I love to stop the flow of the show when we're talking about things. Yeah, so that would be kind of fun to have AJ come DJ and stand there while we do our. I never had vows for you in the first place.
We didn't have vows, but I mean, like, we did, in a sense, like your grandpa kind of made them up. And I
Mhm.
didn't like a few of the things that were in there because they were out of the Bible, saying, like, I will serve you, I will be your servant, blah, blah, blah.
Those were my favorite parts.
Those were not, and I'm not here to fucking serve you, so I want to redo them.
Don't make me a sandwich.
And in these next 10 years, I'm not fucking serving you, so.
Nah.
You've been serving him that easy cheese for the last 10 years. And
I'm done.
I'm done.
We are changing the vows.
It's fine if you don't serve me, but can you
Let's call it-
service me?
Let's call it a vow change renewal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally down. I'm totally down. I'll like help you guys write your vows or say them for you or whatnot, and I'll make them like super religious or anti-religious or in the form of the Beatles. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
whatever you guys want. That's I think that's one of my favorite things. Like,
I basically just want to have a huge party.
Maybe I'll use that opportunity to try stand up for the first time.
yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, technically you've already tried stand up for the first time. So
When was that?
it's you did it at the Knights or at Kate's or
I thought
one
that
of
was
them.
just hosting. Does hosting count as?
I think it counts.
Okay.
I think
Does it
counts.
count?
It sure counts.
Oh, he was awful.
Yeah, I was not good.
What?
I was there. He was embarrassing.
Man,
Fucking embarrassing.
if you like, I think it takes serious guts to get up on stage every time. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter who you are or like if you were good or not. It takes huge guts. So I don't want to like downplay that. But I have seen some really bad comedians, really bad. Like, and they've been doing it for like 20 years. And it's like, man, just
Aw.
listen to someone's critique. Like, they're not trying to like hurt your feelings. They're just trying
Yeah.
to like
Some CC.
guide you. Yeah, some CC. Oh, whoa, whoa. That's you. She just nerd talked the fuck out of us and like stopped me in my tracks. Are you half mass? Can we be half mass together?
I'm always half mass.
She's gonna start like throwing down dice rolls and be like,
I'm sorry. Just, it's a photography thing, also. Like, some CC.
Some veggies went to CCC. All right.
Wow.
one of my
See?
favorite things to do when, and it's like I think it should be important to like if you're an officiant at a wedding, get with those people and party with them, or like if they're not partying kind of people, great, have dinner, have conversations, play games, be with those people, because if you can build that like bond, that relationship with them, it helps your and it I don't want to downplay, but like that's your performance at that point. You know, you're performing for them,
Mhm.
but it builds that stronger bond. It
They
builds
can
that-
be honest and not hurtful towards you. You're not.
right.
Yeah.
And at those times, especially if you get to separate them aside and be like, all right, Ben, what are some of those like important things that you really care about for Heather, you know, like kind of thing.
Oh,
And like,
boy, put
and
me
like
on the
sit,
spot.
and sit there and think about it, you know, and like not really put you on the
Should
spot.
be
in the same-
easy.
after 10 years,
I mean, the list goes on.
but not like you know, but like sit down with her, like if someone says a song to you, do you have like, does it kind of like connect to it? And I'm not trying to get you to answer these questions right now. Don't
He
Don't
doesn't
take
even
it that
care
way,
that
but-
much, though. Like,
that could be one. Like, she doesn't make me care like about having to worry about those dumb things like that. I don't have to care about that. And
That's true.
that really hits my heartstrings, and that's why I love her. You know, I'm helping you, man. Don't worry.
Do hearts have strings?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like tendons are strings, right?
I guess. I've
Indian-
heard that saying before, but I don't know the science behind it.
Yeah,
Scientics.
So
you
it's
can
like
Google it.
That's true. You can.
heartstrings.
It's your tendons. Your valves. The
But if-
valves.
But if you can,
Why are you saying it like that?
Valves.
Why are you saying it?
vows.
Valve. VALUEs.
You're
we-
saying
we
it like
talk-
a
are we
Jewish
talking-
mother.
No, you're talking.
Valves.
Are we talking literature? Are you like trying to spell out the
V.
alphabet?
It has no valves.
Valves.
There you go.
Oh, we're talking about
That's
pipes.
the word. Yeah.
Mm.
We're talking
There you
about
go.
okay, valves.
It's those
Valves.
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 I got a little confused. One moment.
You should see how she says pretzel.
Shut up. I'm not gonna say
We're just gonna wait here in silence until you say it. Then.
it. Pretzel.
One more time.
Prenzel? Prenzel.
Pretzel.
Prenzel.
This is adorable. Adorable.
He's like, there's no N or C in there. I'm like, I know, but pretzel is a lot for me to say. Pretzel.
I was like, have you ever
It's
seen
like-
a crown on a pretzel?
I have like an accent when I say pretzel, and I have to enunciate, and I don't like it, so I say prenzel.
Ben wrote his own vows, and he wanted to let me know that he loves the way that Heather says pretzel.
I
Can we
don't.
go ahead and say this again?
Prenzel.
It's adorable.
And I've gotten our kids to pronounce it that way, and my
true.
friends' kids to also pronounce it that way.
So if you want your kids to
Not
get
on
beat up in
purpose, it
high
just-
school, go ahead and let my wife teach them.
I
how to
have
say
said
things.
prenzel my entire life, and no one has said I've said it wrong except for you.
You say it with an N and a C. It's not in there.
I'm gonna call the rest of my family and see how they say it.
Okay.
I'm curious to know if I'm the only one who says it prenzel.
It might be your whole family. That's cool, but that's one weird subsect of people.
Pretzel.
You're
You
like
say
try-
it like all nonchalant.
pretzel.
Yeah.
Pretzel.
I can't say. I have to really focus.
Do you like Hetzel, pretzel.
Pretzel.
There you go.
I like that. Like I was,
Pretzel. I don't like it. It's really hard for my mouth. Like
Prancil. Yeah, Prancil. That's what we're looking at.
say pretzel though.
Pretzel.
Pretzel. Like say it the way I say it.
I'm trying to. And that's like Prancil.
No, it's not prance. Prince.
Pren.
Prenzel.
Prince.
Like Prince. Princel.
You know the
Prinzel.
Princel of Wales.
I think the artist formerly known as Princel.
Like, I guess I would spell it Princzel. Prenzel.
On Dasher. On Princel.
On Comet and Fitzen.
You guys are killing me. I'm crying. Don't make fun of me. It's not nice.
I'm really not trying to make fun of you. Like
Oh, I know.
I'm just trying to humiliate you. I'm sorry.
It's great. Hi, internet. I say pretzel weird. Pretzel.
And with,
Look, I know the comments.
I know.
Prancel.
Prancil.
English be hard. True.
And
I-
with
I was
that,
reading the comments.
all right. With that,
He's
I'm
let's
trying to go. No, I'm trying to go through all the reindeers' names again because when you said Comet and Prince, I was like, wait.
Prancer instead of
Prancer. That's the one I was
Yeah.
forgetting.
There
I was
you
like,
go.
who's fucking naming Santa's reindeer's pretzel, dude?
it's like Rudolph,
The red-nosed reindeer.
but instead of like his horns are in the shape of a pretzel instead of
Of a what? Sorry. What was
a
that?
pretzel.
How pretzels save Santa and save Christmas.
With his pretzel shaped horns. I said it right, did I? Did I?
You know, the
you're
Prince
thinking
of
that.
England just had another kid.
I thought he was the Prince of Canada now.
You guys are
Could be.
fucking dicks. Never coming back.
All right, AJ, where can people find you?
What's that?
So where can people find you?
Where can people find me? You can find me on Facebook at comedian AJ Lamb. That's comedian AJ Lamb on Facebook. I think I go by like Dirty Pirate and a lot of things too. So just search up Dirty Pirate, and probably not on Google. Probably
You're not on Google? You
I
can't
mean, I'm
Google
pretty
me.
sure I'm on Google. You
But
probably
if
have to
you
put some numbers in it.
search Dirty Pirate on Google, you're gonna
You're gonna have a great day.
right.
You're gonna have a great day.
Good porn.
Yeah.
And for you, where can people find you?
Don't find me.
My wife takes photography for people in town.
You can
Heather Reynolds photos
Reynolds photos.
on Facebook.
You can also head on down to 624 Front Street in Evanston, Wyoming, and come buy a car from me because I'm a pretty cool dude. That's always
true.
great.
You can follow my personal account at Never Been Funny with one E.
Truth.
Don't. Oh, I like your pun. I didn't know it was punny.
Yeah, I've said it.
That's what's funny about it,
just
which
can't
makes it an
watch the show.
oxymoron, right?
Right.
Okay.
Or a double entendre. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to shoot out words, make me feel cool.
I'm sorry, I've never noticed your name before.
You can follow us on everywhere at STM Pod on all things social media, DramaCityProductions.com.
You lost the
I hate
mic.
reaching for it, but yeah, DramaCityProductions.com. Check out all the shows on the network. Got a bunch of shows up there. They're all great. Song of the week this week goes out to Project 9 and their song Should Have Known. That's Curtain Call Records joint. Shout out to Curtain Call Records. Always looking us up every week with Song of the Week. And with that,
Before we go, is it okay if I ask
Go.
you guys one question
Go.
or a joke?
Yes.
What's the difference between a child and a hooker, guys?
what's that?
The fact that you don't know. I'm done. I'm leaving. Sorry, guys. Good night.
Really?
You should know. You should know. One's a child, guys. One is a
Oh.
child. Shame on you.
All right. Well, until next week, go fuck yourselves.